okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Ware. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Play action. It's Smith. Flush to his right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 3rd and short.
I like the play action there on 2nd and short, partner. You try and convince those safeties you're going to run for it. Hit them with that play action. Looks like a run. And then try and go over the top. Didn't work, but I like the play call.
Smith going to throw on 3rd and 1. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They are going for it. It's Smith. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Tamba Hali from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. The first carry for DeAndre Washington. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind.
And that's caught at the 25. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. Give him 30 yards there.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, I work for big yardage.
Now he's forced out left. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
In the red zone this time. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And complete right side to Cook. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
Now Washington. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Washington on 3rd and short. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. DeAndre Washington, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Janikowski on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They run again with Ware. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run. Probing now early to try and get things done later.
To the right side, it's Kelsey. A Kansas City first. Smith finding his fellow Pro Bowler Kelsey.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Smith on 1st down. And Conley's got it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
It's Kelsey on the ground. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. On 1st down, Smith. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Dancing to his left. Going to look deep for Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Steps away to his left. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down. first down. It's Smith. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now the rookie from Toledo, this is Kareem Hunt. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Off of play action, here's Smith. Rolling to his right. And Wilson has it. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They run it here. Ware. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time. Second and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Khalil Mack's starting to get a really big-time reputation as a pass rusher, and rightly so. So explosive off the edge, getting to the quarterback. But he doesn't neglect his run duties as well. How about that tackle right there? Such a package he has, able to play the run and the pass so well.
Here's Smith. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So a 15-play drive. Can't believe that only resulted in 3, but it did.
That is somewhat amazing, isn't it? When you hold the ball that long, run offense that well, yet only put 3 points on the board, it has to be a little bit of a disappointment, doesn't it?
Has to. Coming up later tonight, a reminder, one of the best rivalries going. We'll have the Ravens and Steelers for you at 8:30 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday night, another divisional matchup. This time it's the Pats heading down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.
Nice twofer there.
On first down, Carr. Buying time to his left. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. On second down, Washington. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On first and 10, here's Carr. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draw balls and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On first, here's Washington. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Second down following the run. Staying on the ground with Washington, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. The Raiders on third down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Carr on the give, it's Washington. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Carr gives it off to Washington. And it's a fumble. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Following the fumble recovery, Smith. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
Hey, back up.
To throw on second down is Smith. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. They run with Washington. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
Now Carr. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up fourth down. 6-year man Marquette King on to punt. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taken in at the 22. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for KC. 57 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Here's Smith now on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll run now with Ware. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Spencer Ware hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll start the drive with Washington. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as he'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Right back to Washington. And he's going to be run over. Hit hard as he'll be marked down at the 38-yard line.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. Carr. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Escaping the pressure right. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top, as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On the run, it's Ware. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And the Raiders have got him. Khalil Mack in there to get him. And that's sack number 18 for him on the year. So the sack of Smith, and now the Chiefs coming up facing third and long. Smith. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. And he's loose again. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Cordero Patterson, 82 yards. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Well, what a game for him. He hits for the return cycle, so to speak. He had the kick return. Now the harder part, just got the punt return for a touchdown.
And I would imagine that the special teams coach, as the ball left the punter's foot, he was thinking, should have kicked away from it.
Yeah.
Should have kicked away from it. He's in a groove, and sometimes you hit those grooves or those zones in a game, and he's in one now. He's in perfect sync with his teammates blocking, and he knows how to find the end zone.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Smith now to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. And even 60 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. 7 yards to go on second down. Smith, and now the ball's loose. Smith loses it, and the Raiders pick it up. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Justin Houston in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now Carr throwing on second down. Flush to his right. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
After that play, I think we know one quarterback will be extremely happy if his defense can hold the opposing team to a field goal here.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Here's Smith. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Flushed out right. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now it's Smith, and the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be first and goal. The play clock's running down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. Second and goal from the 1. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Spencer Ware with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the 4th. A shotgun snap for Smith. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Carr now on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a KC touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. He'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of see the...
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Second down following the incompletion. On play action, it's Carr. And complete, right side to Cook. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
The Raiders on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. A right side catch by Crabtree. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6. Carr now on first down. It's caught by Crabtree. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Carr to throw on second down. Crabtree has it. Michael Crabtree's going to go. And he's going to be marked down deep into Kansas City territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. From the gun now on third down, Carr forced out to his left. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Second down following the run. A toss play to Hunt, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Ohio State, Garyon Conley. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Got it complete to Crabtree. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. 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 I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Tyreek Hill set to return it. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. If he can get it back in this situation, he'll need to.
Back to throw. He's got a man complete. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Back to throw. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
That is caught inside the 5. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
And that's a major league loss of yardage and probably loss of momentum. You're snapping the ball to the 1-yard line before you suffer that big loss.
Yeah, you think of losing any yardage from the 1 is bad. To go that far back, that's a disaster.
And I think the play calling sequence that maybe the OC had in his head, that's got to change on the fly now.
Well, Charles, an absolutely thrilling finish there at the end, down to the final play. Got it close to the goal line, but couldn't punch it in.
How much fun was that ending, though, for us?
We were standing up.
I had to. You had to get out of your seat for that one. That close to the goal line? Oh, that was fun.
So for Oakland, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Kansas City, so long, everybody.